right here. So, I want to bring Nicole over. Nicole is one of our leaders. I'm so proud of her. She just wants in my class. And most people don't want to come in my class because they think it's bad, which is really not, because I got some good kids. But she came in and she was just like, hey, coach, can I share my testimony? I was like, are you kidding me? That would be outstanding. So I'm going to turn it over to her.
FCA Jan here. And today I just want to talk to you about mainly having faith, like full-fledged faith in God. I know when I was a lot younger in elementary school, I had a really rough time just staying connected with God and stuff, and I'm going to tell you my story about that. I was born into church. My parents, we originally went to People's Church when I was just a baby, but it's a huge church. So we wanted a more family-oriented, more family-based church. So they went to First Baptist Church of Clovis. How many people here go to First Baptist? Yeah. Okay. It's a really great church. If you want to go, talk to me after, and I'll give you the youth times and the church times. My elementary school I went to, which was Freedom Elementary. It was a nice school and all. The kids there were very aggressive. For me being there, I have to admit I was probably like one of maybe 10 white girls there. I was very petite and dainty and stuff. In third grade, I finally gave my life to Christ. I got baptized, and I finally really accepted God. And I thought, oh wow, accepting God and being baptized is going to make my life a lot easier, and that God will have my back on everything, and that He'll always be there for me, so of course He is, but that my life would be a breeze. It was the total opposite. Finally, in fourth grade, I found out my little sister died, and my grandma died, about a month apart, and it was honestly terrible. My parents drifted away in the park, and through all that, because my mom was depressed after all this happened. It was my mom's mom, and her baby died. And my dad he worked late every single night. So I was pretty much in my room every single day, just writing or trying to pray and just ask God, why is this happening to me? Of course I still believe in you, of course I love you, but why is this happening to me? Why are you making all this bad stuff happen to me after I just gave my heart to you and I believe in you? I kept wondering about this, I kept praying, I kept having faith, but finally in fifth grade, my parents announced they were going to get a divorce. I was absolutely heartbroken. I was terribly angry at God. I stopped believing. I totally went atheist. I didn't want anything to do with God. I thought, wow, you're really punishing me for me sharing my life story with you and trying to have an amazing life with you so far. Only like third grade or fourth grade. But I was wondering, I can't believe you just did this to me. So I told them I don't believe in you anymore. And I pretty much at school, I hung out with the popular kind of ish sporty girls who, I hung out with them. And eventually when all this started happening, I just totally dropped out of the group. I was the girl after a while that would hang out in the corner of the room and wouldn't want to talk to anyone or participate or do anything. And then finally, after a little while, I was being by myself and being around by myself. I got approached by about 5 girls at my school who were just as miserable as I am, and I knew them as the troublemakers. And I thought, they want me to hang out with them. I feel that they actually want to hang out with me. So I decided, okay, sure, I'll hang out with you. Well, we started doing some very bad stuff. We did bad stuff, we said inappropriate things, and we were eventually divorced after that. And then finally in 6th grade, my parents were just finding out everything with their divorce, but then they found out all the things that I was doing, all the words I was saying, all the things I was doing after school when I told them I was in sports programs and doing sports. They found out everything. They completely grounded me for, I'd probably say about a year, taking away my phone, taking away all my friends. They told me I had to stop running with the girls I was running with. And I was mad, really mad. I thought, wow, I'm just getting to have some friends who they understand me and I think they respect me, and I just don't know why you're making me stay away from them and everything. Well, after a while, when I finally told them, I'm not allowed to hang out with you anymore, my parents are making me stay away from you, they started bullying me. They were like, it's kind of like one of those gang situations where it's like, okay, you're a part of us and you know, in gangs, you can't come out alive. Well, of course I came out alive. But, it was just, they kept bullying me, they kept harassing me, and after a while, they were doing really bad things, and then they were blaming those things on me when I had no part in them whatsoever. I was officially labeled by all the parents in the school, by all the kids. I was known as the girl who was going around doing bad stuff because her parents didn't give her any attention going through life. And even though I wasn't doing any of it, I tried to tell people, I'm not doing any of this, but once you get labeled, it's kind of it. You can't get labels back after a while. Now I used to be the girl who wanted to sit below the corner, but after a while, I actually wanted to get back into life and, have people to hang out with and people to associate with. I was tired of being alone. Well, eventually I came back being friends with my friend Janessa Barney, for those of you who know her. I've been friends with her since kindergarten. Well, in 6th grade, we eventually started hanging out again. And she, to this day, I have to say, is my best friend. She's the one who was there throughout everything I've been through. She was the one who brought me back into Christianity and who stuck with me and just said, come on, Nicole, we're going to do this. And then after a while, we started going to church together. I started getting back into church, reading my Bible after she started encouraging me to do all this stuff. And I thought, okay, yeah, I'll go to youth with you, I'll do all this and that. And finally, after we started doing that for a while, the girls started to bully her. And I apologized. I was like, I'm so sorry for getting caught up in all this. And she said, that's okay. I'm here for you. We're going to get through this together. And we decided, we can't be at that school anymore. There's too much drama there. We're already labeled. It's terrible. So we decided to transfer to Clark and to start new and fresh and to get away from the girls who were my so-called friends. Main summary of this story is that you don't want to get away from God, because by accepting Him, of course you're accepting all the challenges that are to come, but without God, my life was absolutely terrible. And some people think by accepting Christ, it'll make your life easier and worry-free. And it's the total opposite. On our campus, people look up to us as, the Christians. They're the ones who are perfect. They're the ones who know God. Or you're labeled as the Jesus freaks who are just promoting God all the time. So that's why you can't just promote God. You have to actually get into and want to learn about God. Read the Bible every day. And you want to pray every day. That's what now I do. I finally recommitted my life in 7th grade to Christ. Now I read my Bible every day and I pray every day. And I mainly go by this verse every day. I read it every single morning when I wake up. I have it taped on my bathroom mirror. It's Ephesians 2:8-9. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. And I pretty much redirected my life after that, and I want to thank God so much for bringing me back on the street.
That's hard to do, to get up here and share where you've been and where you've come from. I just kept thinking, the closer we draw to the Lord, and the more that love increases, the more that He strengthens us to go about our day, the more He walks with us through life. You ever heard that poem about the footsteps on the beach? There was 2 footsteps walking right through pairs, and all of a sudden there was only one pair of footsteps. Have you ever heard that poem? For those of you who haven't heard it, real quick, I want to paraphrase it. 2 pair of footsteps walking on the beach. And all of a sudden this guy realized, hey, Lord, in the hardest time in my life, there was only one pair of footsteps there. Why did you leave me during that time when it was the hardest. When my sister died, when my parents were getting divorced, why did you leave me, Lord? And the Lord replied to the guy, he said, you know what? It was during those times that I was carrying you. Think about that. During those times that I was carrying you. Man, hey. All right, so let's pray and let's put this in our Father, I praise you for your inspiring words. I praise you for a leader willing to share. I pray that you encourage more leaders to want to share, even those in our audience that aren't leaders, followers, that feel that they have something to offer to the rest of the people. I want you to encourage us to be Christian men, Father. Encourage us to go out and not be shy, not worry about persecution, but to stand up for ourselves. So we praise you, Lord. We pray that you would strengthen us to be